Hi there, this lesson I'm going to teach you how to apply factor and remainder theorems to do some of the HSC question. You can also download the PDF file on the description below if you like, so you can work with me. So let's go straight to the point. So first of all, we know that x minus 3 is a factor of px. So in another word, p of 3 is equal to 0. And then we know that when px is divided by x plus 1 and the remainder is 8. So in another word, p of negative 1 is equal to 8. So this information is given. Part I, we need to find the value of a and b. To do this, all we need to do is we need to use these two pieces of information and to find the value of a and b. So first one, part I. So we know that p of 3 is equal to 0. So now we just need to substitute 3 in here and px is equal to 0. So just write this down. So 0 is equal to x plus 1. So x is 3. So 3 plus 1 is 4. So 4 lots of. Now 3 minus 3 is 0. So put 0 there. And q of 3. And 3a. Okay, a times 3 is 3a. And b, we just write this down. Then we just find out this. So this one here, 4 times 0 is 0 and times q of 3 is 0 anyway. So this one is equal to 0. So that will give me 0 is equal to 3a plus b. So let's name this equation number 1. Okay. And then the second step is we know that p of negative 1 is equal to 8. So we know when x is negative 1, px is 8. So just write this down. So 8 is equal to, now negative 1 plus 1 is 0. And then negative 1 minus 3 is negative 4. And q of negative 1. And minus 1 times a is negative a and plus b. And we just simplify this. Again, we know that this is equal to 0 because 0 times any numbers is 0. And we live with 8 is equal to negative a plus b. Now let's name this equation number 2. Now we can solve a and b simultaneously. So what I do, I just go equation number 1 minus equation number 2. So equation number 1 is this. And equation number 2 is this. So we're just going to go 1 minus 2. So 0 minus 8 is negative 8. And then 3a minus negative a is 4a. And b minus b is 0. So I just write here equation number 2 minus equation number 1. And I just divide both sides by 4. So divide this by 4 and divide this by 4. So therefore, a is equal to negative 2. Now I just solve for b. So we can substitute a equal negative 2 into equation number 1 or equation number 2. Doesn't matter. So in this case, I just put in equation number 2. Okay. So just write substitute a equal negative 2 into equation number 2. So this means that 8 is equal to negative a, which is negative 2, which is 2, plus b. So therefore, b is 6. So now therefore, a is equal to negative 2 and b is equal to 6. There you go. So now let's work on part 2. So just write part 2 here. So now we know p of x is equal to x plus 1 and x minus 3 q of x and then plus a x plus b. So a is -2 and b is 6. So let me write this down. So that means minus 2x plus b, which is 6. So that is p of x. Now the question is, find the remainder of px when divided by x plus 1 and x minus 3. So let's say if I divide px by x plus 1, x minus 3, I divide this by x plus 1 and x minus 3. So this will divide by x plus 1, x minus 3. And this divided by x plus 1, x minus 3. So now this cancelled out, of course. So I just write this. So p of x and x plus 1, x minus 3 is equal to q of x plus -2x plus 6 over x plus 1, x minus 3. Now remember, p of x can be expressed as ax times qx and then plus the remainder rx. So if we divide everything by ax, so ax, and we divide this by ax and divide this by ax, so that becomes p of x is equal to qx plus rx over ax. So remember this, the numerator here is the remainder. So therefore, from this, we know that minus 2x plus 6 is the remainder. See, px equal qx plus rx over ax. See, we can see that. So therefore, I write this down. The answer is the remainder. Therefore, the remainder r of x is equal to -2x plus 6. There you go. That is the answer. Now, please pause the video and try this one yourself. Okay, let's go through it together. So first one, we need to find the value of b. So first of all, we know that px is divided by this and the remainder is -11. So in another word, we know that p of -1 is equal to -11. And when px is divided by x minus 3, the remainder is 1. So we know that p of 3 will equal to 1. So to find the value of b, so we use this condition here. Alright, so let me write it down. So part 1, so p of -1 is equal to -11. So all I need to do now is I substitute x equal -1 and px equal 11. So let me substitute into this px here. So when x is -1, p of x is -11. So I write -11 is equal to, so -1 plus 1 is 0. And then -1 minus 3 is -4. And then q of -1, of course. And then plus, so -1 plus 1 is 0. So a times 0 is 0. And we add b. So this will become 0. And then the answer is -11 is equal to b. So right, therefore, b is equal to -11. Part 2. Let me do part 2 on here. So the question is, what is the remainder when px is divided by x plus 1 and x minus 3? So before we do that, of course, we need to find P of X first. So in another word, we need to find the value of A first. Now to find the value of A, we use this condition here. So P of 3 equal to 1. So let me write this down. P of 3 is equal to 1. So this means that when X is 3, Px equal to 1. So I substitute these two values into Px. So in another word, 1 is equal to, so 3 plus 1 is 4. And then 3 minus 3 is 0. And times by Q of 3. And then of course, plus A of X plus 1. So which is A. X is 3 of course. So 3 plus 1 is 4. And plus B. And we know that B is negative 11. So now 1 is equal to, so this one here is equal to 0. And then 4A, because it's A times 4 is 4A. And minus 11. So now we just need to solve for the value of A. So I bring the negative 11 on that side, become positive. So 1 plus 11, which give me 12. So write 12 is equal to 4A. Then I divide this by 4, and I divide this by 4, and this cancel out. So therefore, A is equal to 3. So now what I need to do is we just need to write out P of X first. So P of X, which equal to X plus 1, X minus 3. So I just write this down. X plus 1, X minus 3, and times Q of X, and plus AX plus 1. So A is 3. So just write this down. So plus A, which is 3, X plus 1. And then of course add B. So which is B is negative 11. So now I just simplify Px first, okay? So Px, which give me X plus 1, X minus 3, and Q of X. Now X times 3, or 3 times X is 3X. And this time together give me 3 and minus 11. So which is negative 8. So this is P of X. So now the question is, if Px divided by X plus 1, X minus 3, so what is the remainder? So let's divide this by X plus 1, X minus 3 first. And of course, we need to do this for this term, X plus 1, X minus 3. And this is X plus 1, X minus 3. And of course, this cancel out. So now we know the remainder is 3X minus 8. That's the remainder. So therefore, the remainder, which is Rx, is equal to 3X minus 8. That is the answer. Please pause the video and try this one yourself. So let's go through this together. So first of all, we know that Px had a 0 at x equal to 2. So in another word, we know that P of 2 is equal to 0. And when Px divided by x plus 1, the remainder is 18. So in another word, P of negative 1 is equal to 18. So we just use these two conditions to find the value of A and B. So let me work this out. When x equal to 2, Px equals 0. Okay, so we just substitute in here. So this means that for x equal to 2, so that means 0 equal 2 squared is 4. And A times 2 is 2A. And of course, we just plus a B down. and of course, which is plus b. And what I do, I just remove the 4 on this side. So this means that -4 is equal to 2a plus b. Let's name this equation is 1. So this is equation number 1. So the second condition is when p of -1 equal 18. So this means that 18 is equal to -1 squared is 1. A times -1 is -a. And b, which is plus b. And what I do, I move the 1 on that side. So that becomes 17. So 17 is equal to -a plus b. So let's name this equation number 2. So what I do now, I just go equation number 1 minus equation number 2. So now just right here. So -4 minus 11, it gives me -21. And 2a minus -a, it gives me 3a. And of course, b minus b is 0. So I just write plus 0. So I just leave it. So now I just solve for a. So I divide both sides by 3. Divide this by 3. So therefore, a is equal to -7. Now to find the value of b, so I can either substitute a equal -7 into equation number 1 or equation number 2. Doesn't really matter. So I just substitute a equal -7 into equation number 2. Now, so I will get 17 is equal to -7, it becomes +7 plus b. So therefore, b is equal to 10. So therefore, a is equal to -7 and b is equal to 10. There you go. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.